Let's start with a Fargo television story on the village.
Our next report is a story of caring, of courage, of vision, optimism, and success. It is the incredible story of the village of the Smoky Hills and its creators, the 12 founding mothers.
We came together in November of 1983 and talked about this, and I started putting together a plan for the bank. We applied for the loan in January of 1984. We got the loan in February. We bought the land in March. We broke ground in April, and we opened in May.
Such an incredible story.
Yes.
Did you envision this? I mean, it is so...
No, I have to admit that. We pictured a little village out in the hill. We said to the bank, we'll get maybe 20,000 people to come. And there was no way we envisioned what would happen. We had over 100,000 people show up the first summer. They're sort of like the bumblebees, you know. They say that when women go into business for themselves, they tend to be more innovative and more creative because they don't have preconceived ideas about the way to do things, and how it has to be. And the bumblebee aerodynamically cannot fly. Its wingspan is not big enough for its body. But the bumblebee doesn't know that, and the bumblebee just keeps flying.
Yeah. You have just met Lorelei Kraft, the vivacious, energetic former political science teacher and candle maker who is the president of the corporation that envisioned, built, owns, and operates the village of the Smoky Hills near Osage, Minnesota. The 12 founding mothers, all friends, came together to create this village, not as a money-making venture, but out of concern for their community. That year, Becker County was among the poorest in the state, with a staggering unemployment rate of 20%.
Well, those of us who are involved in this have been friends for a long time as social activists. We've been involved with women's rights, the elderly, senior citizens, the handicapped, that type of thing. And so when I came up with the idea for building a village, it was natural to go to those women and say, why don't we try to do this?
From that point, the story reads like a fairy tale.
We started off with one carpenter, two carpenter's helpers, and the founding mothers. And everybody said we were crazy. We were those crazy broads out on the hill, which of course keeps the adrenaline going at 3 o'clock in the morning as you're getting tired. And we literally, we built walls, we hammered, we pounded, we shingled, we built decking, we did everything right alongside with the men. And about a couple of weeks before we opened, we knew that we were not going to be able to get it done ourselves, and we did bring in some extra help, and we opened on schedule. From the day we broke ground to the day we opened, it was 5 weeks and 5 days.
I give them all the credit in the world for what they're trying to tackle here. You know, it's going to be a tough job. Physically, they're not as strong, of course, you know, but, you know, there's enough of them so that, you know, the numbers makes up the difference.
We had to build a road. We had to clear the sites. We had to put in the footings. We had to coordinate electricians with plumbers, with the people doing the building and getting the lumber in and doing all those kinds of things. Men wouldn't tackle it because they know better.